If you're buying a house, there is one step that can save you thousands of dollars and your sanity, but some people choose to skip it. It's the home inspection. Hi, I'm Elizabeth, and I'm a real estate agent in Southern Ontario, Canada. And my whole thing is taking the mystery and the stress out of the real estate transaction, maybe even making it a little bit fun. So, when you put an offer in on a home, typically there will be conditions that your real estate agent puts in for your benefit and for your safety. One of them is the home inspection clause. The clause itself is usually written in a way that allows you as the buyer to bring a certified professional home inspector into the house that you've purchased for them to perform a home inspection. And this clause also allows you to um, basically back out from buying the home if the home inspection uncovers something um, big. This is an excellent clause that I always recommend my buyer clients to include. It is an extra step in the home buying process, and it is at your own expense. I'll get into the price of that in a minute. Um, but honestly, it can save you, and it has saved my clients thousands and thousands of dollars. There's also a time frame attached to this. So typically it's about 5 business days. So that means you buy a house or you put an offer, your offer gets accepted, and you say, yay, oh my God, we bought a house. But we have to deal with the conditions, including the home inspection. So usually 5 business days, you have to hire a home inspector, have them go in and do their inspection and share the results. I, as a real estate agent, always attend the home inspections for lots of reasons, including supporting my client and kind of acting as a translator or a middle person to just like bring everyone together. A home inspector and the inspectors that I work with are amazing, and they have so much knowledge, more than I could ever learn about homes, probably. Um, and it can get overwhelming for buyers, right? We have this professional come in, and their job is to tell you every little single thing that is of note in your home. And I'm going to say it now. My home inspectors say this as well. Every home has something. There's no absolutely perfect home. It's just a matter of finding out what your home has. And so even if it's just little things, like maybe one of the outlets isn't working, or there's a slow draining sink in one of the bathrooms, these are easy to fix, and they're not of concern, and you wouldn't back out of a purchase for those reasons. But you get to know your home a little bit better and know how living there will be. I've lowered my lighting a little bit because I think it was a little too bright. So here we go. I want to talk a little bit more about what the inspector looks at during an inspection. So they will look at everything. I have a whole list here, but when you look at the house, me as your agent and yourself as a buyer, there's a lot of things that we can see with our own eyes. But there's a lot of things that even if we had all the knowledge and experience we could have, you can't see certain things with your own 2 eyes without special tools. So one of the things the home inspector does is look for moisture in the whole home, top to bottom. They have a moisture meter. That's just not something that you do in a showing. And it's excellent. They'll go on the roof. They'll bring their ladder and they go on the roof of the home to check the shingles. Everything from the electrical panel to the foundation to the insulation in your attic, HVAC obviously, and other electrical things. They have a extremely detailed list of things that they go through. Every major system in your home, top to bottom. This is all extremely important for us to know. Even when I was buying my first home, the inspector said, "Do you want to look in the attic too?" And I said, "No, thank you." This was a long time ago. I said, "No, I don't want to get into an attic. That's just me." But he said, "I think that you should look. You're owning this home, and you should look in your own attic." And that was excellent advice. I got up there on the ladder, I looked around, he told me what to keep an eye out for, and it made me understand my home that much better. So, of course, in addition to walking you through every step of their process, they will also give you a very detailed report at the end of the home inspection. That is so that you can reference it back. So when you do go through with the purchase, as long as everything is looking good, you have that report forever. So, for example, one of my clients recently at their home inspection, one of the things was, hey, your front step looks like it's sinking a little bit. Not a big deal, but probably in the next few years, you'll notice it enough that you'll want to replace it, or that you'll have to replace it because the step will be too big, just on their front walkway. That's excellent knowledge. Or, maybe you have 5-6 years left on this furnace or AC unit. It's great not only for current things that need to be fixed, but also they can give you a good idea of what's coming up in your future, because homeowners, there's repairs that happen. There are wear and tear on the house that just happens over time. And home inspection is a great place to kind of get an idea of what you're in store for in the next 2, 3, 4, 5 years and onward. So like I said, they will give you a report at the end of it and walk you through each page. And typically home inspectors will mark things as, nice to know, all the way up to major concern. So if it's something like, hey, one of the outlets in the kitchen isn't working, or it's a little wobbly, that's a minor concern that's easily fixable. And then all the way up to, hey, actually, and this really happened to me, actually there are leaks in all 4 corners of the basement. The AC doesn't work. And there were a laundry list of other things that we weren't able to see or to know. You can't tell. Like, you can tell if a basement smells a little musty, but you can't know if there's active moisture for sure until the home inspection. So in that case, he went around every single corner. All 4 corners of the basement had a ton of moisture, and it looks like they were covered up. This was like a recent reno job, and whoever did the reno didn't fix the leaks, just covered it up with drywall. Obviously in hopes that nobody would find it, or maybe that they wouldn't book a home inspection. So that, on top of the AC not working, it was a lot of things for that one. And my clients decided to walk away. And it's because of the home inspection that allowed them to do that. If they didn't book a home inspection, they would have figured it out sooner or later. But at that point, the repairs would be on them. Of course, they would want to have the inevitable mold remediated in the basement and properly fix any leaks that are happening. And side note, it was a block foundation, so that is a much bigger job to fix. And to replace the AC. We were looking for the home in the time when the AC didn't need to be on all the time, so we didn't notice at first. But then, of course, the home inspector checks every system in the house, and it wasn't working at all. He estimated for that one that it would have been upwards of $30,000 to fix both the basement properly, get a new AC, and all the other laundry list of items that we happened to find, like leaks under sinks, and just a lot of this was a very special situation. But it goes to show you how useful that home inspection was, because it cost them $500-$600 to bring the home inspector in. And some people say, I don't want to pay another. I have so many closing costs and so many things go into buying a house. It costs a lot. It adds up. I don't want to pay another $500-$600 to have someone walk through this house that I want to buy. They will tell you that it was so worth it. It was so worth it that when they put an offer in on their next home, they brought the same guy back. Of course. They were happy to pay another $500-$600 so that he could tell them all the things that they had to know about this house. happy to say, he said that it was the most boring home inspection he had ever done because everything was done so properly. And that was music to my ears, of course, and to my clients. It was definitely both ends of the spectrum there. But it goes to show you that $500 or $600 is worth it, even if nothing shows up, even if there's just minor things. Like for that one, I think he said eventually, you know, or no, it wasn't even that. It was the California one of the California shutters was a little loose, and like one of the doors on the cupboards was a little loose. And you know what? That takes about 4.5 seconds to fix with a little screwdriver. So obviously none of us were concerned with that one, and I'm happy to say they're very happy in their new house. But I had to bring that story up when I'm talking about home inspection. So I say all this because I firmly believe that your dream house shouldn't turn into a nightmare. Um, Hire the home inspector, have your agent put the clause in their offer, every offer that you put in for a home inspection, and then perform the home inspection. It will save you thousands and thousands of dollars. It will save you your sanity. And it will give you, at best, a better knowledge of the home that you're going to be living in every day. And at worst, it's going to tell you all of the red flags and potential reasons why you don't want to buy that house. So that's it for this one. I hope you stay tuned because next time I'm going to be talking about all the different clauses that an offer can have. I've touched on it on a couple different videos, but I want to do one specifically for conditions, how conditions work, typical ones that we put in offers depending on the property type, and so much more. So I'll see you then.